In the serene village of Vrindavan, where the Yamuna River glistened under the golden rays of the sun, divine Leelas unfolded that would echo through eternity. The land was not an ordinary place, it was touched by divinity itself. Every tree, every flower, and every blade of grass bore witness to the playful and compassionate nature of Lord Krishna. Yet amidst all this splendor, there was one presence that completed these divine plays: Radha. From the moment their souls intertwined, Radha and Lord Krishna were inseparable. Their bond was not like worldly relationships, fragile and temporary. It was an eternal connection, unshaken by time or distance. Radha's love for Lord Krishna was the highest form of devotion, selfless, boundless, and pure. The gopis of Vrindavan adored Lord Krishna deeply, and each considered themselves blessed to witness his smile or hear the enchanting notes of his flute. Yet even among them, Radha's devotion stood supreme. It was said that when Lord Krishna's flute sang through the forests, the gopis would leave behind all duties and rush to him. But Radha's heart would hear the call even before the flute began to play, for her soul was attuned to his. Their union was beautifully expressed during the Rasa Leela. On moonlit nights, Lord Krishna would multiply his form to dance with each gopi, making every devotee feel cherished. But in the center of it all, beside the river and under the kadamba trees, he stood with Radha. Even as he was with all, he was wholly hers, and she was wholly his. The other gopis marveled at Radha's unique place in Lord Krishna's heart, for she represented the highest state of love, Mahabhava. Stories speak of how Radha and Lord Krishna wandered through Vrindavan together. They walked barefoot on forest paths, leaving imprints that devotees even today believe remain sacred. They sat by the Yamuna, where Radha would watch Lord Krishna play with his friends, her heart brimming with joy simply at his presence. Their companionship was not always about grand gestures. It was also in the silence, the shared glances, and the unspoken understanding between them. Yet their bond was destined for trials. Lord Krishna had come into the world with a divine mission, to rid it of adharma and restore balance. This path meant he could not remain in the playful paradise of Vrindavan forever. He would one day leave for Mathura, and eventually for Dwarka, to fulfill duties that the world awaited of him. This truth cast a shadow of sorrow over the pure joy Radha felt, but her love remained unshaken. When the time came for Lord Krishna to leave Vrindavan, the entire village wept, and none more so than Radha. But her devotion was not selfish. She did not ask him to stay. She did not hold him back. Instead, she let him fulfill his dharma, even though her heart ached. For her, his purpose was higher than her longing, and in this selflessness, her devotion became the truest expression of love. Though separated in body, Radha and Lord Krishna remained eternally united in spirit. Radha's love grew deeper with longing. She spent her days remembering his leelas, her heart resonating with every note of the flute that once echoed in the forests. Devotees say that her very breath became a prayer, her tears an offering, and her yearning a bridge that kept her connected to him. Even as Lord Krishna ruled in Mathura and later Dwarka, he carried Radha in his heart. In moments of solitude, he would think of the forests of Vrindavan, the carefree days by the Yamuna, and the divine love that Radha embodied. It was said that though he was a king surrounded by wealth and grandeur, his heart often longed for the simplicity of Vrindavan and the purity of Radha's devotion. The world has always wondered why Radha and Lord Krishna never married. But their relationship transcended worldly definitions. Marriage is a bond bound by society, but their union was cosmic. Radha symbolized the soul, and Lord Krishna symbolized the divine consciousness. Their love was the eternal dance, between the seeker and the supreme, where the soul yearns for the divine and finds fulfillment in surrender. Poets, saints, and sages, across ages have sung of their love. The Bhagavata Purana, the Gita Govinda, and countless bhajans celebrate Radha as the embodiment of devotion and surrender. Her love is not one of possession, but of complete giving. She represents Bhakti in its purest form, teaching humanity that devotion is not about demanding from the divine, but about offering oneself wholly. One of the most moving aspects of their tale is the way Radha's name always precedes Lord Krishna's. Devotees say this is because without devotion, one cannot truly experience the divine. Radha represents that devotion, and so she comes first. The phrase Radha Krishna is not just a union of two names but a profound spiritual truth. The divine is realized only through love and surrender. In temples across India, Radha is worshipped alongside Lord Krishna. Yet, in Dwarka, where Lord Krishna reigned, Radha is not physically present. This absence itself holds deep meaning. Radha belongs to Vrindavan, to the land of divine play, longing, and pure devotion. Dwarka represents the worldly responsibilities of Lord Krishna, but Vrindavan represents his eternal essence, and Radha is that essence itself. Over time, Radha became more than a figure of mythology. She became the ultimate symbol of Bhakti Yoga. Just as Lord Krishna taught Arjuna about duty and dharma in the Bhagavad Gita, Radha taught the world about love and devotion through her very life. Together, they embody two paths to the divine: action and devotion. The forests of Vrindavan still echo with their story. Devotees believe that every breeze carries the whispers of their love, and every step taken in that land is blessed by their presence. Pilgrims flock to the sacred sites where Radha and Lord Krishna are said to have met, danced, and lived their eternal story. Artists paint their images, singers compose songs in their honor, and writers pen poetry about their bond. Each attempt is only a reflection of a greater truth, that their love is eternal and cannot be contained in words. It exists beyond time, beyond space, beyond human comprehension. Ultimately, the story of Radha and Lord Krishna is not one of loss, but of eternal presence. Though separated in the physical sense, they are united in a bond that transcends all boundaries. Radha did not cease to love, and Lord Krishna did not cease to remember. Their love became immortal, inspiring countless generations to seek the divine with the same purity and surrender. Thus, Radha and Lord Krishna's tale remains one of the greatest stories ever told. It is not a love story bound by this world but a divine truth, reminding humanity that the ultimate union lies not in possession, but in devotion, not in desire, but in surrender. Even today, whenever a devotee chants the name of Lord Krishna, Radha's name comes first, ensuring that love and devotion always lead the way to the divine. And so, the story of Radha and Lord Krishna continues to live on, timeless and eternal, a light guiding souls toward the supreme truth. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mythology Medley. Click the bell icon for more such amazing mythological content.